Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, I will continue with that example. So before I proceed, you just see this table once because we are going to take the same example, but we are going to have SLR parsing today. So if you notice here in the state number 2, we have problem, that is the conflict, and we have applied rule number 2. Similarly, state number 3 also reduce action R4, state number 5 R6, and then state number 9 R1, state number 10 and 11 R3 and R5. Okay, so this you just observe because we need it for today's discussion. Okay, this algorithm only, Vishnu, you are asking. Okay, I will explain at the end.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let us start with the SLR parsing. Yesterday I told you that SLR parsing is similar to LR of 0 parsing, but the only difference is in performing the reduce action. Okay, as you all know, we have 4 things to be done. That is the shift action, reduce action, accept, and error. Okay, in the table with respect to the table, isn't it? So construction of the DFA in SLR parsing also will be same, or I would say that you will be using the same LR of 0 diagram, whatever you have created. Okay, so that will do, not a problem. Only thing is that there we were applying reduce action for all the terminal symbols without thinking, okay, whether it is suitable or not. But in SLR parsing, what we do is we will use the knowledge of a follow set, and only for certain symbols, terminal symbols, we will be applying the reduce action. Otherwise, the shift action is same, accept also it works similarly, error state also will be same. Only thing is that we have an improved version of LR of 0 parsing. That's it. Okay, so here also we are going to have the construction of a DFA in the same way, or you can reuse the same DFA whatever you have created. Means you are going to use LR of 0 items with the augmented grammar, and then we know that whenever we have something like this, say A gives alpha dot A beta, this is small a, if it is some terminal symbol, then we'll be applying the shift operation. If it is say non-terminal, then we say it is go to some state. Okay, and similarly if we have to see the reduce action, what we do is the entire RHS of some production rule should have been processed, and the dot operator would appear in the rightmost position of the RHS. It means that all the symbols in the alpha would have already processed. Okay, suppose I take this particular rule, say A gives alpha dot, it means that I have some substring in alpha. There, that can be the combination of terminals and non-terminals. That's okay, whatever rule you have got. So that you are going to see, and so that is the rule. And what is that we are going to apply now? We are going to apply the reduce action for this particular, using this particular rule, and for which symbols in the table you are going to find the follow of capital A. Why follow of capital A? That is because our LHS is nothing but capital A. So first find the follow of A, and sometimes you will have to depend on the first set also. So whatever procedure we have used for finding the first set follow set, you'll be using the same thing. Okay, so you are going to find the follow of A, and some symbols like A, small a. So there may be many symbols like A. All these small a would be the symbols present in follow of A, and only for such symbols you are going to apply reduce action using that rule. Okay, we are not going to apply for all the terminal symbols. We are going to apply only for the symbols that are present in the follow of the LHS non-terminal. Okay, so that's about the reduce, and shift already have told, and accept when it happens, as I had mentioned, here you can imagine dollar. So for the augmented rule, whatever you have for that rule, when you reach the dollar symbol to be read next, you will be taking into the accept state, because that is the end of your parsing. And similarly for non-terminal, you'll be using the goto, so that happens. And do you think that the conflicts will not occur in SLR? No, it can still occur in SLR also. Means for some grammars which is not LR of 0, that may be suitable for SLR, but sometimes that some grammar may not be suitable for LR of 0. It may not be suitable for SLR also. Okay, so we can see for every grammar, we can see whether it is suitable for LR of 0. If it is not suitable, then we'll try the next one, that is SLR, whether it is suitable or not. Like that we can move towards the stronger algorithms than what exists. Okay, so definitely SLR is better than LR of 0. With the example you'll understand better. So that is the go-to, and it can be, means the grammar can be not SLR also. Okay, not SLR of 1 means we are just seeing one symbol ahead because we are using the follow set. That's why we can also call it as SLR of 1. Generally we just say simple LR, but if at all you call it as SLR of 1 also fine, because we are seeing one symbol as a look ahead symbol, and then based on that we are deciding, and the look ahead symbol is found in the follow set. Okay. And then coming to the blank entries, as usual, we have the error. All those blank will be treated as error. And the initial state should start similarly, like we are going to start with the closure of the augmented grammar rule, the first rule. And as if you don't start with that, then you can't proceed only if you get this dot s, you'll be expanding that s, and then again some more rules comes, and from there again maybe you need to find the closure and so on. So this is the start point. That is the first state. You're going to start with the closure of this, and this covers everything. Okay, and already I have told it is it uses LR of 0 items, and also it makes use of LR of 0 DFA itself. There is nothing special diagram for SLR. We can use the same thing. And in SLR parsing, reduce action is applied to the terminal symbols present in the follow set. Okay, now going to our example. This is the example which we have already discussed in the last class. Same diagram, same states, everything is same. Okay, now we will proceed with the construction of the parsing table for this. Okay, so 0 state will not change because it doesn't have any reduce action. Okay, and state number 1 also there is no change. It is just like LR of 0 only, because I don't have any reduce action over here. But coming to the state number 2, that's why I told you in the beginning to observe that. Okay, so if you go back to your LR of 0 parsing table, you would notice that for all the terminal symbols we would have applied what? Rule number 2. And because of that only, at state number 2, on the symbol say star, we were getting the shift reduce conflict. That is because it was possible to have the shift action by shifting it into the state number 7. That was one possibility, and the other possibility is the reduce action by using rule number 2. So that problem will not come now, because we are performing reduce action only for the symbols that are present in the follow set of the non-terminal that is present in this rule number 2. So what is our rule number 2? Rule number 2 is E gives T. Okay, E gives T means you have to find the follow of E. So follow of E is already we have found. Otherwise also you can find follow of E is, you can see here it is a dollar and then plus and then close parenthesis. Okay, because this is the original grammar. We have not changed anything, so it is simple actually. So dollar plus close parenthesis. These are the symbols that are present in the follow of E. So that's what we are going to enter here. We are going to make the reduce action only for those symbols. For plus, we are going to mark R2. For close parenthesis, we are going to mark R2. And similarly for dollar also, we are going to mark R2. Okay, so state number 2 is done now. And that conflict is also not there now. Similarly, state number 3 is R4. R4 means it is T gives F. So we will be using a follow of T then. So follow of T is follow of T should contain follow of E. Therefore, all the symbols that are present in follow of E should be there. So we have copied that. And follow of T here directly star is there. So that. That's it. Only these four symbols will be there in the follow set. So correspondingly here in the table also, R4 is applied only for those symbols, that is plus, star, close parenthesis and dollar. Okay, so that is done. And state number 4 will not change because we don't have any reduce action. Coming to state number 5, once again it is R6. R6 means it is F gives ID, which is nothing but we have the LHS symbol say F. So follow of F is again follow of F is nothing but from this rule we have got follow of F should contain follow of T. So whatever is there in the T, everything you're going to copy to follow of F also. So same thing is there. Therefore, we apply R6 for all those four symbols. Okay. And state number 6 does not change. State number 7 also does not change. State number 8 also does not change. State number 9 changes once again. And now it is rule number 1. Rule number 1 means we'll be using the follow of E. So follow of E means only these three symbols. So for those three symbols, you're going to apply R1. And now you see before we had the conflict here also at state number 9. With S7 we had R1 and now that is not there. Okay, because we are not performing reduce action for that symbol. When this symbol is there, we're not going to perform reduce action. It doesn't come. So this is state number 9. And then coming to state number 10 is R3. R3 is nothing but you're going to use follow of T. So all the four symbols you're going to apply reduce action whenever those are encountered. And similarly, state number 11 also it is R5. R5 means it is the follow of F. So follow of F means all the four symbols. So only for four symbols you're going to apply R5. So now this is the SLR parsing table. So some differences are there with respect to only the reduce action. Rest all remains the same. LR of 0 only. It is similar to that. Okay. Now if you observe this table, there is no such conflict. Exactly, it has one entry wherever it is applicable. Otherwise, it is going to be error. Okay. So either the shift or reduce or accept and rest all will be error. So there is no conflict at all here. Okay. We don't have any conflict here. Therefore, this particular grammar, whatever we have taken, this is suitable for SLR parsing. But this is not suitable for LR of 0 because we found the conflict over there. At two places we found the conflict. Therefore, this particular grammar is very much suitable for SLR parsing. So this is the table. Let us trace one string. I had taken ID star ID there. Now let us take a bigger string. It's the same procedure because at least it should register in your mind. For that sake only I'm giving another example. Okay, so to start with we are going to have the dollar and the start state, that is 0, and we are going to have this as an input. We are pointing at ID, and at 0 on ID is S5, so you can go shift to 5. So you're going to push this ID and push the state also, and now ID is eligible for the replacement. Therefore we can or you see here state number 5 on star, because we are reading star. So at state number 5 on star it is R6. R6 is nothing but F gives ID, so reduce by ID, reduce ID by replacing it with F. Therefore we do this. So this is similar, like in the previous example also we had got the same thing. It goes like this. So maybe I will go further. Here we had a problem in the LR of 0 parsing because there was a conflict, and even then I used some strategy and I took the shift as a higher priority, and I took it and continued. So it was successful. Anyway, we are doing the same thing now. So F has been replaced by T. So we popped off 3 and F, and then we pushed T, and once you push you have to see the previous state, and that is 0. 0 on T is what? It is 2. So it is 0 T2 will be there. Okay, and now the next symbol to be read is what? Star. So go to the state number 2, and on star what has to be done? It is a shift action. So you're going to shift this star onto the stack. So next step is you shift star and you also shift the state number to track it. So you get this. Okay, and now we are pointing on ID. So at 7 on ID is S5. So you're going to push ID onto the stack along with your state number, and now ID is eligible for your reduce action. Therefore, maybe you can go to the state number 5, and when you are at plus, when you are reading plus, it is R6. R6 is nothing but the reduce by F gives ID. So you're going to reduce that. So it becomes like this. So rest all portion will be same. Only thing is that I popped out 5 and I popped ID, and in place of that we have pushed F. After pushing F, what happens is at state number 7 on F it is 10, so that's what we have got. And now the handle would be T star F, means this is a substring which can be replaced because it matched with the entire RHS. So we will perform the reduce action. Anyway, you can go back and see at state number 10 on plus, at state number 10 on plus is R3. R3 is nothing but T gives T star F. So you're going to reduce by that rule. Therefore, once you reduce, what happens from here onwards, everything you're going to pop till here, and then you're going to push newly T. Okay. Anyway, it happens. It's already there. My LHS is also same. That is because it is left recursive grammar. Okay, and it is allowed in bottom-up parsers. So you get this, and then again at 0 on T is 2. So we get the same thing, and then we are pointing at plus. At 2 on plus. At 2 on plus is what? It is the reduce action. So we perform reduce action by using the rule number 2. Okay, here typing mistake. Rule number 2. So you are going to replace that T by E. Okay, this is the reverse. I'll make the correction. So T should be replaced by E, and after replacing with E, at state number 0 on E is 1. So that is you are going to get this, and we are pointing at plus. At 1 on plus is S6. So you're going to shift along with your state number also. So this is the content of the stack now, and we are pointing on ID. At state 6 on ID is S5. So again, you're going to go with the shift operation. So shift, and then you get this shift ID, and then followed by the state number. And now we have the handle to be replaced. So at state number 5 on at state number 5. We are reading what? Dollar symbol. At state number 5, we are reading dollar symbol, that is R6. So R6 means this, F gives ID. So we are going to replace that, and we are going to get this pop off all these, and you are going to push F. And at 6 on F, at 6 on F is state number 3. So we are going to push 3 onto the stack. So now again, you can find whether something matches with the RHS, yes, or you can very well use a table. At 3 on dollar, at 3 on dollar is R4. R4 is T gives F. So you're going to replace F with T in the next step. So you have popped F and you have pushed T onto the stack. And at 6 on T, at 6 on T is what? Is 9. State number 9. You're going to get the next state as 9. And now you can once again see whether something is eligible for reduce action. So go to state number 9, and we are still reading dollar, and it is R1. R1 is nothing but E gives E plus T. So you're going to replace that. So you get something like this. You're going to pop off all these and then push E onto the stack. And at 0 on E is state number 1. So we got this. Okay, and we have only dollar. Don't think that you can stop over here only, but you can't stop there, because why? I have told you, only the start symbol should be there in the stack. Till then, that is dollar anyway, it will be there. You have to reach the start symbol of your grammar. This is augmented grammar, and the original grammar start symbol is E. So you have to arrive at that in the bottom of parsing. So till then, you will have to continue. Means both you have to check. Your input buffer should have only dollar, and your stack should have only dollar and the start symbol. Okay, then you can say it is accept, because according to state number 1, if you go back and see in your parsing table also, at state number 1, when you are reading dollar, it is accept. So it says, okay, so this is the only condition where you say accept. In rest of the places, you will never say it is accept. Okay, so it has completed the parsing successfully now, and there is no conflict also. This particular grammar is suitable for SLR parsing. So any doubts with respect to this example, I will clear. Otherwise, I will go to the next example of SLR. Any doubts, students? pushing the state that you have to take care that you need practice. Maybe if you try on your own, write and try, you'll come to know how it has to be done. Okay, then we will move on to the next example. This is the given grammar and already it has been augmented, already it has been numbered also. Okay, this is our grammar. Let us start with the start state. We are going to straight away I am trying to construct the DFA using the LR of 0 items. Anyway, we will be using the same DFA for LR of 0 also. Okay, so let us see. We have started with finding the closure of the first rule, that is S dash gives dot S dollar. So we started with this now. First I listed this, and then because dot S appears, you have to expand all the rules related to S. So S gives dot L equals R, S gives dot R is also listed. And now again you have to see iteratively whether something have to be expanded more. Because dot L appears, you have to expand L also. So with respect to L, you are going to have dot star R, and similarly L gives dot ID also you're going to list. So that is done. So that is done. And then coming to the next item, you have dot R. So this also need to be expanded. Therefore, you have only one choice for R. So that is R gives dot L. So no problem. Yeah, you have completed though. So once again, you check whether everything you have covered or not. If you have covered, then that is the first state. And students, remember, if the first state is wrong, then all your diagram, whatever transitions you're going to take, it will be only partially correct. Okay, if you forget to expand R also, it will make a difference. If you forget to expand L also, it will make a difference. Okay, so you have to verify everything whether you have expanded properly or not, and then only you should continue for the next state. So the next state is what we are going to, okay, according to this, we are supposed to read S from the rule, first rule in this state. So when you read S, it goes to I1, and there is no other rule containing S to be read. Therefore, only this is there, and that's it. Okay. And next is I am supposed to read L. So L is there in two places. So read both. And S gives L dot, according to this, it gives L dot equals R. And the last one is what R gives L dot you're going to get after reading L. Okay, so this I will explain later. I'll finish the diagram and then come back and explain that. Next is what we are going to read R. When you read R, only one possibility is there here also. So S gives R dot we are going to get. Then coming to the next rule is what we are going to read star. So when you read star, what happens? You get something like this. L gives star dot R. Now, if you observe in this state, we are getting dot R, means this is a non-terminal. Okay, whenever you construct a new state also, you will have to find the closure in that state also. So here we have to expand R. When you expand R, you get this, and because of this, dot L appears, and L also need to be expanded. So L also will be expanded like this. So after expanding once again, you may feel that okay, anything is repeated or not. You see duplicates you don't have to have, but also you take care that everything is covered. So this is covered now. So that is state number 4. I4, and then we are left only with this particular rule. And when you read ID, it gives this. Let us call it as I5. Okay, coming to anyway, this particular thing you don't have something to read and continue, because this is only to make the accept state. Action will be definitely the accept for I1. And coming to I2 here, we have two things. One is that we are going to read equals, that is one thing, that is the shift operation. And the other thing is that for other rule, we have the dot in the rightmost position. Okay, means this particular rule we can apply now the reduce action. Okay, so here in the diagram only, you don't have to wait till the parsing table to be constructed. In the diagram also, you can verify whether the conflict occurs or not. Actually, you can find it. Only thing is that you should have the knowledge of follow of R here so that you can verify. Okay. So anyway, let us see. If I read equals, what happens? I have to go to the next state now. And after reading equals, I get something like this dot R. Because of this dot R, we have to expand R once again. So R, when you expand, you'll get L to be expanded. L also you expanded. So this will be I6. Okay. And then And then coming to the next state is in this state we will proceed with reading the symbols. Anyway, in I3 we don't have anything to read. It is eligible for reduce action. We don't have any other options also to read. So in I4 we have R to be read. When we read R, it is going to be new state because I don't have anything like this before whatever I have constructed. So L gives star R dot, so that is complete there. And when I read L, also you're going to have a new state. Don't think that I2 and I8 are same. Previous example also I wanted to tell me, maybe I missed it. This I2 and I8 are not same because I2 has got one more production. Each production rule is important. Okay, each production rule is important and the position of the dot is also important. So I2 and I8 cannot be there, even though this rule exists here, but I won't say that I2 and I8 are same. So any time if you get a doubt, it is not same. It is exactly different. I2 and I8 are different because here we have two items, but in I8 we have only this item. Okay, so that is different. So this is I8, it is a new state. And coming to when you read star, what happens? You're going to get back the same content, and therefore we can have a self loop on star. So that is the self loop. And on reading ID, we will get something same like I5. So you can go back to I5. So that is done. And coming to I6, what are the new states that can occur? When you read R, you are going to get a new state because that is something new. We have not encountered this before. And similarly, when you get this R gives L dot, when you read L, what happens? R gives L dot. Just now we have created one state with this, so we can reuse this state now, I8. And similarly, when you read star, you can reuse the state I4 because it matches with the same content. Similarly, when you read ID, also you can reuse the state, that is I5. Okay, so so that is about the diagram. You can also verify whether all the paths have been completed or not. Whatever rules you have got, whether you have got the dot operator in the rightmost position for every rule, you can verify. And once it is done, maybe your diagram is ready now. You can go on to construct the parsing table. Before that, you can verify here only whether the conflict occurs or not. See, what kind of conflicts do we have? Either we should have the shift reduce conflict or the reduce conflict. So in our examples, whatever we have discussed till now, we have never encountered reduce conflict, but we have only encountered about the shift reduce conflict. So how do you see that shift reduce conflict occurs? In the diagram only you can see. See, there is some rule which is eligible for reduce action. So definitely the reduce action is going to happen. But on what symbols it matters. Similarly, here what do we have? We have equals to be read. So means for the shift operation, what is that symbol I am using? It is the terminal symbol, that is equal. And for this, how do I decide? If I have to find what are the symbols for which I am going to apply the reduce action for this particular rule, you are going to use the follow set of R. So find the follow set of R. So what is the follow set of R? You can find. Now, here you see, verify where all R is present. R is present here. Okay, R is present here. R is also present here. Okay, means R can contain the follow set of S. R can contain the follow set of L. Actually, in fact, it is the union of these two. Follow set of S union follow set of L makes the follow set of R. Okay, so means I should know the follow of S first, then I should also get the follow of L, and then maybe I can get the follow of R. So if I see the follow set of S, from here it is direct that follow of S should contain dollar. Okay, and where all it is present, that's all. S is not present in any other place. So follow of S is only dollar. And coming to follow of L is what? Equals. Do you have anywhere L? Here. Here we have. So follow of L should also contain follow of R. It is actually mutual, isn't it? So if I find the follow of L, I can fill it for follow of R, and the same thing will be repeated. That's it. Nothing else. So here, from here, I am getting follow of L as what? Equals. And here I am not getting any new symbol. So follow of R should contain what now? Follow of S, which is nothing but dollar symbol. And on the other hand, we have the follow of R being also equal to follow of L, means it should contain that which is also equal to equal symbol. Okay, means we are getting the follow set of R as what? Equals. And what is that we are shifting here? We are also shifting equals. So for shifting also we are using equals, for reduce also we are using equals. So you can verify the conflict here itself. Okay, it's only that you should have the knowledge of follow set and you can verify here only. Or you can create the table and there also you can verify. It's the same. So means here in the state number 2, that is I2, we get the shift reduce conflict. On what symbol? On the symbol equals. Okay, so because it is having the conflict, I would say that this particular grammar is not suitable for SLR parsing. Okay, means I told some grammars will be LR of 0, and if it is LR of 0, then definitely it will be SLR also. If the grammar is not LR of 0, you can try with SLR because it is more powerful. But if it is not SLR, that grammar can never be LR of 0 also. If it is not SLR, definitely it will not be LR of 0 also. So if the grammar is not SLR, then it is also not LR of 0. Okay, so we can conclude like this. We can also have the table constructed. We will do it online. You please help me now. I'll zoom it. We'll finish this. How much time do we have? We will finish it fast, this one, and tracing maybe you can try yourself. And we'll go back to the algorithm what Vishnu has asked. Okay, we will start filling. So make it fast. Anyway, diagram is also visible. Is it visible, students, this diagram? Okay, we'll start filling it. At 0, at state number 0, what all I have to fill? On S it is 1 and on L it is 2. You can also do work along with me, whoever is trying, you can try definitely. It will help you. So on R it is 3. Okay, and on star it is S4. Okay, and on ID it is S5. So we have finished all the 5 transitions with respect to first state. So coming to the state number 1, we have only that accept which we have covered, and we don't have any other items. So that's the end of state number 1. Coming to state number 2, we have on equals, we have S6, and also we have what? Later we will know anyways. R gives L is the rule number 5. Because of the rule number 5, okay, we will have to apply for equals. Already I have explained in my previous slide, so definitely it comes over there. And R5 should also be applied for what? Dollar, because already I have explained. I am just putting it here. So follow set of capital R will have both dollar and equals. So I have filled that. Coming to state number 3, state number 3 is S gives R, that is rule number 2. Rule number 2 means you have to apply the reduce action, and the follow of S is what? Only dollar. So R2 is applied only for dollar. Okay, and coming to I4 is when you read R, it is going to state number 7, and when you read L, it is going to state number 8, and when you read ID, it is going to shift 5, and star same state. And what else we have? Okay, only 4 transitions, we have covered that. Okay, that's it. Coming to state number 5, it is the reduce action. Reduce action is rule number 4. Rule number 4 is you need the follow set of L. So L means it is equals. So it is R4 on equals. That's it. Or do we have anything else for follow of L? That's it, right? Yes. Okay. So coming to the state number 6. State number 6, when you read R, it goes to 9. And then when you read L, it goes to 8. When you read ID, it is S5. And when you read star, it is S4. 4 transitions. That's all. Okay, done. Then coming to state number 7 is reduce action. Reduce action by rule number 3, and that is follow of L. You have to use follow of L is nothing but equal symbol. So R3. Then coming to state number 8 is R gives L, which is rule number 5. Rule number 5 need to be applied here for equals and at state number 5. Sorry, at state number 8 it is R5 on equals and on dollar, because you are going to use the follow set of R. So that is done. State number 9 is rule number that is supposed to be 1. Rule number 1 means you are going to use the LHS symbol follow set, that is follow of S. Follow of S is dollar. So only on dollar you're going to apply R1. Okay. Did we complete everything? You just check once. Yes, we have completed, I think. R1 is applied here, R2 is applied here, R3 is applied here, R4 is applied here, R5 here and here, both, because it occurs in 2 places. Yes, it's done. Okay, so this is our table. Now, just because of this, the conflict occurs, as I already mentioned. Okay, means this particular grammar is having the conflict. Therefore, it is not suitable for SLR parsing. Means if you get that instance, suppose if you have equals in your string, definitely you will have the conflict while tracing. So you will have to resolve it, or you have to leave it like that only, saying that it is not suitable for SLR parsing. So anyway, this table I am going to copy, and you people can trace it. Because everything should be visible, then only it will be clear for you. Okay, this maybe I have given the string also to be traced. You can start tracing, and if at all you get any doubt, maybe you can ask me. Do you trace this student and complete it? To say that, I'll continue with the next algorithm. I'll continue, and maybe I can tell more about other things. Or should I complete this at least one? Okay, I'll complete this. So on state 0, at state 0 on ID, we are at ID now. It is shift 5. Maybe I will use the shortcut here, S5 I'll use, so that we can save the time. So I'm going to copy it. Okay, so after reading ID, I will have to shift that ID, and the state number is 5. So our input buffer will be just the remaining part. So we are at equal symbol now. So at 5 on equal symbols is R4. R4 is nothing but L gives ID. So I will just write R4. You have to understand what I am doing. Means R4 is you are going to replace with L. So I will pop 5, I will pop ID, and I will push L onto the stack. And after pushing L onto the stack, at 0 on L, it is 2. So you'll find the next state. Still my input is same. Okay, so now we are pointing at equals. At 2 on equals, okay, we have got the conflict now. Shift reduce conflict, that is S6 and R5. You can stop here, or if you override and continue, yes, I will override and continue with S6 maybe. So if I do that, then what happens? I will push yes onto the, sorry, equals onto the stack. the next state is supposed to be 6, and at 6 on star is S4. So S4 means I am going to shift that also star. So my input content will be only this much now. And now at star, okay, I need to write the state number. At 4 on ID is S5. So again, one more shift. So shift means all this will be there along with the new symbol. So ID and followed by the state number is 5. So I have only dollar now here. And at 5 on dollar, do you have anything? Did we process it properly? So what is that we are getting now? We have ID pushed, and then we have got the state number also. At 4 on ID, we had S5. Yes, we have got that. And then at 5 on dollar, that is for R4, we didn't had anything, any entry for the dollar symbol. So it is an error now. Okay, because we don't have any entries in the parsing table. This particular string is not accepted. Okay, so it is an error. You can stop. Either you can stop here only because already conflict is there, but I just gave the priority for the shift operation and then continued, and now we got an error. We can stop. You can take any other string which is there in the grammar and try out. Maybe if at all you are getting, it's fine. Okay, just try that. So like this, you can try different examples. Next example would be something like this, which is there in the slides. I will upload the slides. You can keep trying it. We will work out in the next class. Now I will go back to the algorithm because that is also important. You need to implement, if at all you are going to do something in the lab project, you need this. So definitely I would like to explain this once again. Okay, so this is what my input string. W dollar is nothing but my input string appended with dollar symbol, which is the end of file marker. And let us assume that this is the first symbol, that is A is the first symbol in my W, that is the first symbol to be pushed onto the stack. And this loop is running through, why? Because we have certain actions to be done. Means for all the states we have to do that, right? Means either we have to shift, or we have to reduce, or we have to accept, or it will be error. These are the 4 situations that can occur. So let us have a loop like this. Either we should break with the accept, or we should call some routine, error routine. So that's how it terminates. So let us see, let S be the state on the top of the stack. Like in my example also, if you remember, on the top of the stack, what will be there? It will have the current state. Okay, means whether I perform the shift action or I perform the reduce action, what will be there on the top of the stack? You'll have the current state to be on the top of the stack. So that only will decide you the next action. So one thing is that what is there on the top of the stack, so that you are reading, and the other one is in your input buffer, what you're pointing to. So right now I am pointing to the symbol A, and so that's what I have to see now. So after my construction of my table, or if I have already created my DFA, what I would see then at the state S, then we have to see for the input symbol A, what is the entry. So action of S comma A is nothing but our table. So if you see this table, no, this is what is action. Okay, so action is what? Either I can have the shift action or reduce action or accept or the error. So that's what it means there also. So it is just like we are using a table notation. That's it. It's like a 2-dimensional array. You can imagine. So action of S comma A means in that particular row corresponding to this particular column, what we are doing is we are performing something called shift. And shift what? Shift to the some next state, say T. So because I'm performing the shift operation, I need to take care of that particular state. Means if you remember my tracing, what I did, I will push the symbol and also I'll push the next state. But what happens in many authors when they explain the algorithm, no, they will not show the symbol from the input buffer which is pushed onto the stack. But I showed because then only it will be clear for you. If I separate it, it will not be clear for you, or you will have to maintain using another data structure. So no need to do that. In the same data structure, we can maintain. Only thing is that we have to traverse back and we have to take out from the stack. So before pushing this next state, what I have done is I have also pushed the symbol. What is that symbol? A. So push A onto the stack and then push the state number also onto the stack. So that order is important. Means first I push the symbol and then I push the next state. Suppose if it is say S7, then if the symbol is say ID, first I will push ID and then I will push 7. That's what it means. So now I have got the next state also, right? So we have pushed the next state, means we can proceed because I have already taken the current input symbol. I will proceed my pointer also towards the right and it will point to the next location. Means suppose I had ID star ID I have taken it now. Now my pointer input pointer will point to star. So that's what it means. So let A be the next. So the same name is used here. That's it. So it will point to the next symbol. So that is one thing. If it is not shift action, then what is the other possibility? It has to be the reduce action. So for reduce action, what is that we are going to do? We have one condition, right? For the reduce action, the entire RHS should match with my substring, whatever I have in the top of the stack. Means I have to see at a particular state when I am reading some symbol. Already I would have constructed the table, or if you see the diagram also, you can make out the dot operator is in the rightmost position, so it is eligible for the reduce action. Means all my beta symbols I have to remove from my stack. That's why it is pop all these symbols from the stack. Okay, along with the state also, whatever state information I had, that and along with all the symbols we just take out. After taking out, what is that we are going to do? Some other symbol will be there now on the top. Means I had some state, I removed something, and what is that I am going to do? After popping all my beta symbols, what is that I am going to do? I am going to push A onto the stack. So something was there before, let it be there, but I removed all my beta symbols, and after removing, immediately what you're going to do is you're going to push A onto the stack. So when you push A onto the stack, once again you have to find the next state. Why? Because I have to process in that path only, isn't it? So what I will do, before this A, there will be some state definitely. So that state information you will take, and using that state information and using this non-terminal, what is the next state you will find? Either you can find from the diagram or from the table. So you are going to take that and then you will continue. So means whenever it is a non-terminal, definitely you'll be using the go to, right? Go to action will be used, and that value only we are going to take. So if you remember on either E or T, or in the previous example, say L or say R capital R, what did I do? I use the go to column, isn't it? So there you'll find the state number and push that onto the stack. This is just to take the next state information. Okay, and after doing that, and definitely you would have already matched. So this is going to be the output for that particular production. So we have processed that. So this is the other action. And the next action is what? If it is not shift, if it is not reduced, then it has to be accept. So when the accept can happen only for one particular situation. When is that? Whenever this A matches with dollar, and also I have the start state, I have the start symbol on the top and corresponding state with that. Okay, only then I'll be able to go with the accept. If it is say accept, then we can break. So parsing is done. If it is not accept, then it has to be the error. Means all the blank entries it will take it as error. So by default it goes here. Means I should check for shift, it should check for reduce. If it is not so, then it will go with the accept, and then it goes with the error recovery. So now I think it is clear why did I go with the shift action. Whenever there was a conflict, I went with the shift operation. So this is one of the strategy I was telling. Okay, most of the tools, most of the algorithms, whenever the shift reduce conflict occurs, they override by taking the shift and giving the highest priority for the shift operation rather than the reduce action. Okay, so that is why I took shift operation whenever I got that conflict. Okay, and also I knew that it will not lead to the sentence whatever, or it will not reduce it to the start symbol whichever I wanted, and that's why I decided like that. Okay, so is that clear, Vishnu? Now is that clear? Maybe when you actually implement, you will have to make a lot of improvements. Definitely, you can easily use some data structure like table form, whatever, or you can directly use all the operations related to stack, and you can implement this. Okay. That's it about this algorithm. Later in LR of 1 and LR of 1 also we have similar kind of algorithms. At that stage also we will discuss. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it is not a complete thing. You will have to combine, integrate all these algorithms. Closure algorithm is there separately, goto is there separately, and then all these shift, managing shift, tracing the stack, all that is all are in bits and pieces. You will have to integrate everything, and then it will become a code. Okay, so maybe you can try in the lab that portion. Okay, students, I think it's time. Thank you. We will continue the next examples and next technique in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.